You are noticing a strange, undeniable quietness settling over your life right now. A silence that isn't empty, but vibrating with an intense, unseen weight. People are talking to you. The world is moving around you. But it feels as though you are watching it all from behind thick glass. The drama that used to easily pull you in, the family members who used to trigger your deepest anxieties, the chaotic cycles of the matrix, they are bouncing off an invisible shield that has formed around your aura. You are physically present in the room, yet you are entirely untouchable. This is not depression. This is not dissociation. Do not let the world tell you that you are losing your edge. What you are experiencing is the profound, terrifying power of awareness without effort. You have stopped trying, and in that stopping, you have become incredibly dangerous to the systems that rely on your exhaustion. Think about how your body has been feeling over these last few weeks. The sudden bouts of physical heaviness, where your limbs feel like lead, and all you want to do is sit in absolute stillness. The exhaustion that hits you out of nowhere when you enter a crowded room or step into a low-frequency environment. This isn't normal fatigue. This is your physical vessel recalibrating to the present moment. Your nervous system, which has been hijacked for years by the demands of the matrix and the emotional vampirism of those around you, is finally going offline. It is refusing to process their chaos. You are waking up in the middle of the night, 3, 4 in the morning, not with the panic that used to grip your chest, but with a stark, blinding clarity. You look around the dark room and you just are. You exist. The compulsive need to fix everyone, to heal your toxic family members, to constantly analyze your past trauma or worry about tomorrow's disaster. It has vanished. In its place is a deep, resonant emptiness. At first, this emptiness might have terrified you. You are so used to surviving, so used to fighting spiritual battles on the front lines, that peace feels suspiciously like a trap. The narcissists in your orbit are terrified of this new version of you. They are pushing your old buttons, trying to elicit the tears, the anger, the desperate explanations you used to give them. They want you to explain yourself. They want you to defend your boundaries. But you are finding that you simply have no words left for them. You look at them, and you see right through the facade, straight to the fragile, lower dimensional entity hiding beneath their skin. You don't hate them anymore. You just feel nothing. A supreme, detached neutrality. This emotional detachment is the hallmark of the chosen one, entering the frequency of the pure present. Your soul has realized that every single time you react to their illusions, you are siphoning your divine life force energy directly into their dying timeline. The matrix survives strictly on your active participation. It feeds on your stress, your defense mechanisms, your constant mental effort to figure things out. But right now, your spirit guides are locking you into the now. You are experiencing a spiritual phenomenon where the past has been severed from your energetic cord, and the future has not yet solidified. You are hovering in the quantum gap. This is why it takes so much effort just to have a normal, superficial conversation. When someone complains to you about the 3D world, their words sound heavy, dense, and utterly meaningless to your upgraded ears. You are radiating a frequency that demands absolute truth. And because the world is built on lies, the world feels increasingly uncomfortable around you. You are the anchor. You are holding the light simply by breathing, simply by remaining effortlessly aware. Why is this profound? Absolute stillness washing over your life right now. You must understand the spiritual mechanics taking place behind the veil. You have reached a breaking point. But it is not a breakdown. It is a breakthrough of monumental proportions. For lifetimes, including this current incarnation, you operated under a deeply ingrained false matrix program, the program of effort. The matrix taught you that to be valuable, to be spiritual, and to be loved, you had to constantly grind, push, suffer, and bleed for your blessings. You believed that if you just tried hard enough, you could heal the unhealable, fix the broken family dynamics, and force the universe to yield to your timeline. But the Most High has intervened. The spiritual realm has officially pulled your plug from the 3D grid of struggle. The Creator is showing you that effort is a lower dimensional construct. God does not try to make the sun rise, the sun simply is. The ocean does not effort its tides, they flow by the law of their own nature. You are a fractal of the divine, and you are finally being upgraded into the frequency of effortless creation. This is the spiritual reason why your body physically rejects the old way of doing things. Think about the chronic pain you used to carry, the unexplained tension in your neck and shoulders, the heavy, aching lower back, the tightness in your chest. That was not just physical stress. That was the literal weight of you carrying other people's karma. You were the designated sign eater of your bloodline. You took on the toxic debris of your family, your co-workers, and your false friends, processing their darkness through your own physical vessel. But your contract as the sacrificial lamb has expired. The Most High has stamped it complete. The debt is paid. Because this spiritual contract is finished, your soul has completely withdrawn its energy from the battlefield. You are experiencing awareness without effort, because your spirit guides have placed a strict quarantine around your aura. They are deliberately blocking you from engaging. You might feel a strange pressure between your eyebrows, or a high-pitched ringing in your ears that comes and goes. This is the physical symptom of your pineal gland expanding, downloading new, higher dimensional light codes. Your nervous system is being rewired from a trauma response mechanism into a pure receiver of divine intelligence. Emotionally, this causes a massive shift that the people around you will mistake for coldness. You used to be the emotional sponge, soaking up everyone's sorrow, feeling immense guilt if you couldn't save them. Now, you are no longer a sponge. You have become a mirror. When people bring you their drama, their gossip, or their desperate need for validation, you do not absorb it. You simply observe it. You watch them with a serene, unbothered awareness. You realize, with total clarity, that their chaos is their chosen curriculum, and it is entirely illegal in the spiritual realm for you to keep doing their homework for them. This realization is why you feel so detached. You are vibrating at a frequency so incredibly high that the heavy, dense, muddy energies of fear, manipulation, and control simply cannot stick to you anymore. They dissolve the moment they hit your auric field. You are learning the ultimate secret of the spiritual master. You do not have to fight the darkness. You do not have to argue with the narcissist. You do not have to prove your worth to people committed to misunderstanding you. By simply staying present, by holding your awareness in the now without lifting a single finger, you naturally command the atmosphere. Your mere presence is rearranging the spiritual architecture of the room. You have stopped trying to change the world. And paradoxically, That is exactly why the world is beginning to bend to your vibration. As you anchor into this pure, effortless awareness, you must realize what is happening on the other side of the veil. The matrix is in a state of absolute, unmitigated panic. The narcissists, the energy vampires, the toxic family members who have fed off your divine light for years, they are starving. The heavy, suffocating grip they used to have on your mind is slipping, and they can feel the exact moment it happens. When you stop efforting, when you stop explaining yourself and drop into the deep, silent well of the present moment, you permanently sever their food supply. They are reacting, and their reaction is frantic, clumsy, and desperate. Look at their physical behavior right now. You are seeing them suddenly manufacture emergencies out of thin air. They are sending you paragraph-long text messages, desperately trying to hook you back into a low-frequency argument. They are bringing up the past, poking at old wounds, trying to find that one specific button that makes you explode, cry, or apologize. They are using guilt-tripping language, playing the victim, twisting narratives, hoping you will break your divine silence just to defend your character. They want you to exhaust yourself explaining your boundaries, because as long as you are explaining, you are still playing their game. But you are just watching them. You are sitting there, breathing, blinking, and offering absolutely nothing in return. Emotionally, they are utterly terrified of you. Your silence is deafening to their egos. To a low-frequency being, your unbothered peace feels like a weapon drawn against them. They are enraged because they can no longer control your emotional state. They used to hold the remote control to your nervous system. They could push guilt, and you would jump to serve them. They could push shame, and you would shrink into the shadows. Now, they are aggressively mashing those old buttons. But the machine is unplugged. They feel small, exposed, and violently insecure in the face of your neutrality. You are watching them the way one watches a toddler throw a tantrum over a broken toy. There is no anger left in you, only a quiet, almost clinical observation. You are not fighting back. And that is exactly what destroys them. It is maddening to a dark entity when its opponent simply refuses to step into the ring. Spiritually, this goes much deeper than just toxic personalities acting out. You are dealing with parasitic entities that operate through these hollow vessels. These unseen forces require your lower vibrational reactions, your fear, your grief, your frantic effort to fix things, to survive in this dimension. The energetic cords they secretly attach to your solar plexus and your heart chakra are snapping, one by one. When you abide in effortless awareness, you raise your frequency to a bandwidth they cannot access. You become a literal ghost to the matrix system. They are thrashing around in the lower astral planes, trying to locate your energy signature. But they cannot find you, because you are no longer broadcasting in fear. You are hidden in the secret place of the Most High. This is the ultimate, undeniable power of the Chosen One. Your effortless presence is dismantling their entire reality. In quantum physics, it is called the observer effect. The act of simply observing a particle changes its behavior. By holding your ground in the present moment, by refusing to judge, react, or intervene, your pure divine observation is collapsing their false timeline. You are burning away their illusions simply by looking at them. The matrix relies on your blind, exhausting participation to stay alive. When you wake up and just watch the play without acting in it, the stage begins to crumble. The dark forces thought they could break you with chaos. But instead, they accidentally woke up a god in human form. They are realizing, with absolute horror, that they never had power over you. They only had the power you effortlessly handed to them. And today, right now, you just took it all back. You must now understand the profound metaphysical truth of why you were chosen for this specific incarnation. This is not a random psychological phase. What you are stepping into is the fulfillment of an ancient, pre-birth prophecy, a divine contract you signed before you ever took your first breath in this dense, heavy 3D realm. You were sent here as a system buster, a divine disruptor planted deep behind enemy lines. For decades, the Matrix tricked you into believing that your purpose was to fight the darkness using the tools of the darkness, arguing, defending, striving, and forcing. But the ultimate truth of the universe is that the Creator's highest power is not found in the fight. It is found in the stillness. It is found in the supreme, unshakable frequency of effortless awareness. Physically, you can feel this ancient truth downloading into your cells right now. Pay attention to how your breathing has changed. For years, you lived in a state of shallow, anxious breaths, your chest constantly tight, your shoulders up by your ears, physically bracing for the next attack, the next betrayal, the next crisis. But now, as you surrender to the present moment, you are finally taking deep, resonant breaths that reach the very bottom of your stomach. Your physical vessel is releasing the stored trauma of generations, the mysterious headaches, the sudden need to lie down and sleep in the middle of the day, the strange vibrations running down your spine. This is your biology, literally rewriting its DNA. You are shedding the heavy, carbon-based armor of survival mode, repausing and crystallizing into a light body that operates purely on divine flow. Emotionally, this transition requires the ultimate death of your ego. The ego is the part of you that believes it has to control the outcome. It is the voice that whispers you must obsess over the future or relentlessly analyze the past to keep yourself safe. Letting go of this control feels, at first, like a kind of grief. You might feel a profound, sweeping loneliness as you realize you can no longer relate to the chaotic, emotional bonding of the people around you. You are mourning the illusion of who you thought you had to be. But right beneath that fleeting sorrow is a vast, oceanic calm. You are experiencing the ultimate emotional liberation, the profound realization that it is not your job to figure everything out. The heavy burden of saving the world, of saving your toxic family, has been lifted from your shoulders by the Most High. Spiritually, you are activating the universal law of detachment. When you operate in the frequency of effort and desperation, you signal to the universe that you lack faith in the divine plan. You create spiritual resistance. But when you drop into the pure, silent awareness of the now, you step out of the artificial timeline of the Matrix and align perfectly with God's organic timeline. You are no longer trying to swim upstream against the current of reality. You have become the river itself. You are stepping into your true authority as a chosen one. This was the prophecy for your life. You were chosen to be the cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. Your ancestors fought tooth and nail in the lower dimensions, drowning in karma and conflict. You are breaking that ancestral curse not by fighting harder, but by refusing to fight at all. The moment you stop reacting, the moment you rest in this effortless awareness, the universe rushes in to fill the void. The Creator is stepping onto the battlefield on your behalf. vengeance, to justice, and divine retribution do not require your physical effort. They require your absolute, unwavering trust. You are standing perfectly still in the eye of the hurricane, while the divine winds tear down the illusions around you. Your stillness is the ultimate weapon of light. It is the master key that unlocks the kingdom of heaven right here on earth. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of a new reality, building it simply by being entirely awake. It is time to anchor this magnificent frequency into your physical vessel permanently. Right now, wherever you are as you listen to the sound of my voice, I want you to drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Take a slow, deliberate breath in, pulling the oxygen all the way down into the base of your spine. And as you exhale, push out every last trace of the matrix. This is your physical activation. Moving forward, your daily practice is no longer about fighting the darkness. Your practice is radical, unapologetic grounding. When the narcissists in your orbit send that triggering, paragraph-long text message designed to ruin your day, when the Matrix tries to manufacture a sudden financial or interpersonal crisis, your physical response must be absolute stillness. Do not type back. Do not pick up the phone. Do not allow your heart rate to spike for their amusement. Instead, feel the solid earth beneath your feet. Drink clean, purifying water. Walk outside and let the sun hit your face. Let the chaotic, electrical frenzy of their frantic energy pass right through you, discharging harmlessly into the ground. You are a lightning rod of divine peace, and their lower dimensional static cannot shock your nervous system anymore. Emotionally, you must now release the final, lingering residue of false guilt. The enemy has conditioned you for decades to feel selfish for choosing your own peace over their endless, gaping void of need. They taught you the toxic lie that if you are not suffering alongside them, you do not truly love them. Let that lie burn to ashes in your mind right now. You are not cold. You are not heartless. You are sovereign. When they accuse you of changing, when they try to make you feel guilty for stepping out of their manufactured drama, wrap your heart in an emotional shield of absolute, impenetrable neutrality. You will feel a wave of profound, sweeping relief wash over your chest the exact moment you realize you owe them absolutely no explanation for your evolution. Your silence is your final, devastating answer. You are completely allowed to be happy, to be entirely unbothered, and to thrive, while they remain committed to their own self-destruction. You are no longer their emotional life raft. Spiritually, we are now going to seal your auric field. The portals to your past are being permanently closed by divine decree. The spiritual parasites and lower astral entities that have fed on your deep empathy are hereby starved, banished, and sent back to the abyss. You are no longer accessible in the lower dimensions. Your frequency is vibrating at such a pure, high bandwidth that the enemy's spiritual radar simply registers you as a blinding, untouchable light. The Most High and your highest angelic guardians are standing right now as a towering wall of fire around your energy field. The parasitic cords attached to your solar plexus have been severed. You have crossed the threshold. You have moved from the heavy timeline of survival into the golden timeline of effortless dominion. Now, I want you to repeat this decree. Speak it into the atmosphere, or declare it silently in the depths of your mind to lock this new reality into place. I am a chosen, one of the Most High. I release all false obligations to the Matrix. I command my divine life force energy to return to me right now. From all past timelines, all dimensions, and all parasitic attachments. I do not fight the darkness, I simply outshine it. I decree that my peace is untouchable. My awareness is my ultimate, unconquerable weapon. I am anchored purely in the present moment. And in this sacred moment, I am entirely whole, perfectly safe, and infinitely powerful. The enemy has zero access to my mind, my body, or my spirit. It is done. It is sealed. So be it. If you feel this profound resonance vibrating deep within your soul, if you know with absolute certainty that you have officially stepped into your era of effortless awareness, you must claim this frequency right now. Comment the words, "I am untouched by the Matrix." Subscribe to this channel to stay anchored in your divine truth and to continue receiving these prophetic, high-frequency upgrades. You are the cycle breaker. You are the light of this world. Stay in the present. Chosen ones, the universe is fighting for you.